Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are out thrifting on the road, heading to Way Too Cheap. And if you're wondering, wow, Mike, you went to Way Too Cheap just a couple videos ago. Yes, I did. This is another place called Way Too Cheap, and it's like it's like probably an hour away from the other place, which is kind of weird. So I don't know if it's like a franchise and there's like multiple ones, but this is supposed to be a thrift shop. Tons of stuff. You kind of see it right there. Oh, Mike, back it up. Right there. Yeah, right there is where Way Too Cheap is. It's behind me. I'm going through the back way. But yeah, maybe you never know. Thrift shops, you never know what you're going to find. So we're going to run through here, show you guys everything, and hopefully come home with something. I don't know. I mean, you see a thrift shop, you never know what you're going to get. So let's run inside, take a look. Hopefully we come home with something fun. We'll see you guys inside. Micro wrestling? What? I'm a huge wrestling guy. Charlotte American Legion Extreme Hardcore Micro Wrestling? How cool is that? Alright, well, let's go inside and check this place out. I vaguely hear a radio, so we'll see. All right, we caught a radio, so we got to take over voiceover. These jerseys were really cool, but man, they weren't even authentic, not even good brand jerseys. $70, $40 for Barry Sanders. And like I said, not authentic jerseys. I mean, that's just outrageous. Crazy high price on those jerseys, but hey, no big deal. Move on. And we go rolling through here, and like I said, this shop is a nice shop. They have nice stuff in here for a thrift store. You'll see my issue as we go through this video here. But the records, nothing too crazy in there. Again, they're priced $5 to $10 a piece, which is pretty much what we sell them for. Rolling through this room here, I found a bunch of comics. These comics were priced anywhere from $10 to $20 a piece, some $5, $10. Super high prices on a lot of newer comics. So had to pass on those. I was surprised at how high those prices were. They had some graphic novels for $20, $25. They were just quite pricey. So we get moving on here. A lot of the holiday stuff, is all the newer stuff that just doesn't sell. They're so mass produced. If you can get some of that vintage old holiday stuff, that's what you're really looking for. But none of this was it, which I kind of expect that. You don't come to a thrift store hoping to get too many old items. But yeah, nothing there we really needed. And then we're going through here in a second. We come up with a whole bunch of toys. It's a lot of stuff new in package, but the prices were right up there. I mean, honestly, some of these pieces, you could go to the department store and buy them for the same price as you were buying them for here, which was pretty outrageous. But again, hey, that's their store, and they're apt to price them however they'd like to. But getting rolling here, there was a gentleman down there getting a whole bunch of Hot Wheels he was going through. Again, price a little too high for me. But then coming up here, I found some wrestling figures, and you guys know me, I'm a wrestling guy. These are normally $1 or $2 a piece. These were actually $7 to $10 a piece. Yeah, they had on them. So, it was quite interesting going through here, figuring out what we could buy and what we really, just kind of smirked at the prices a little bit because they were kind of pricey. I was just, the nicest way to possibly say I was kind of surprised at the prices they had on a lot of the stuff. But when you have a store, like I said, you're apt to price them however you'd like to. And this was they had quality stuff here, which was nice to go through at a thrift store and not see too much junk. So, they had some nice furniture as well. If you're in the market for furniture, there's some nice furniture pieces, good man cave items and whatnot. But yeah, most of these pieces, again, are most of your dollar store finds. You can go to any Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar pieces. But this stained glass cat I had somebody looking for, but that thing was priced for $60. And I was like, holy cow, I better put that down before I break it. Because man, that's a high price that's like double what an antique store. I would honestly probably put 25 to 30 bucks on it in our store. So to be double what I would put on it is kind of crazy. But again, I will say it again, not my store. But yeah, it was quite interesting because a lot of stuff here they had, for your normal thrift store, you have normal stuff that you'd find in a department store. They were pretty much the same prices as most department stores. So yeah, it was, it is what it was, and that's okay. But just a spoiler, we do end up buying something at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that as well, because we did find a piece to buy. So that's half the battle when you go to thrift stores sometimes. I just wasn't expecting such high prices, but that's here nor there. But they did have a nice setup, though. Like, most of their setups were coordinated, so you had all the NASCAR stuff in an area, so you didn't have to go through it all in the different areas. They had a bunch of their toys all in one area, Funko Pops. This was a whole Betty Boop section. Again, it was fairly newer Betty Boop stuff, so nothing we were going to be able to do much with, but still cool nonetheless. Yeah, then they had these also older, I think they're Burger King Marvel cups, but they had like 12 to 15 bucks a piece on them. That's pretty much what they go for. So, had to pass on those, but I thought those were pretty cool. Again, if you're not a reseller and you want to come to this place, I honestly think you'd be able to find some good deals for yourself. But just as a reseller, there wasn't really too many great deals. The Funko Pops anywhere from $5 to $25. $5 is usually my limit. That one was $5, but I just, I'm kind of high on Funko Pops right now, and we've been selling them quite a bit. So yeah, we kind of let that one go. Cops were there. I guess someone stole before I got there, but I was kind of surprised. I didn't know if they were. Sometimes when you record in a store, you never know if someone's going to be okay with that or not. So I kind of walked around the corner like, hey. But it turns out somebody stole something at the shop, and they were reporting them. So very nice. Like I said, it kind of caught me off guard real quick when I turned the corner and they were walking towards me. But yeah, like I said, it was not me, so that was a good day. But yeah, this building actually used to be an old furniture building back when I was a kid called Christensen's. It's a really nice building, like a really nice building. It laid empty for a long time, so I was actually really happy to see that something came into this building and was able to, hopefully make it something that prospers and stays there for a long time, because it's a gorgeous building with gorgeous display windows. So it'd be nice for someone to come in and, do something good with it. So hopefully these guys are it. I went through the VHS tapes, nothing there. They were actually selling for like $0.25 a piece, which is a good deal, but nothing. If I can get a good title or two, I'll grab some and take them to the store, because we sell them for $2 to $3 a piece. But DVDs and stuff I don't even look at. Like I said, they're still new to the collector's market, even though they do sell here or there, but nothing I ever look for. So, but yeah, then just you got your typical thrift store stuff, your pans and your pots and pans and dishes and glass dishes, and there's the cops still talking, figuring out who stole. And then so let's go around here. Got some more furniture this way. That owl I thought was really cool, but they had $50 on it. That's like, holy cow. That's again, that's probably more than I'd price it for in our store. So way too cheap. Interesting. But yeah, going around here, they had some pretty nice furniture, some newer pieces, but they did have some real wood. That's a nice piece right there. But again, their prices were right in the hundreds of $200 to $300 for some of those pieces. So again, I can't complain about prices too much, because it's not my store, and it's when you're buying to resell, it's you're on a different market than people that are buying to just buy for themselves. So I gotta, I always try to remember that as well. So my comments are just what they are on those, I guess. But this was actually a really cool piece. I didn't end up buying it, which I kind of, we've had them in the store before. It's these, it's an antique elephant toy box. We've sold them for about $80 to $90. This one was $39.99. I was hoping to get it a little cheaper, but they weren't doing no discounts. So I thought it was a pretty cool piece, but I ended up passing on it. just because it took a while for our other one to sell as well, and so I kind of didn't want to take a chance on that. But this is the second floor. They have 3 floors to this place. This one's starting to get rented out is for vendors, so I was actually kind of excited to go through this stuff up here and see what they had. Turns out wasn't a ton of great stuff up here, but again, you know, it's just starting off getting vendors through, so it makes it a little tougher. There was a nice Santa or snowman blow mold there for $45. That's a newer blow mold, so yeah, Amber already has that one, but yeah, I did look at it, $45. I didn't think it was a bad price, but again, when she already has it, I know she's not going to look for it again. So, but yeah, then going over this way, obviously everybody has their Easter stuff out. This piece right here, you'll probably get a better look at that at the end of the video, but that's me getting ready to see if I should text Amber, and I remember it's her birthday coming up, so it might be a good idea for a birthday gift if I can find the right price for it. So yeah, it was really cool to see that one there as well. I was actually a couple cool, like I said, they had cool stuff there. It wasn't like they didn't have cool stuff, but yeah, that's it, guys. All right, so the second location of Way Too Cheap is in the books. If I came off a little salty in the video, man, that was pricey. Holy cow, for a thrifty store there. I would call that place joke. It's a joke. Way too expensive. That was pricey. Holy cow. That was a lot of pricey stuff. For a thrift store, especially, that, like, we just went to Needful Things. That was an antique store. And we got way better prices than that Way Too Cheap. I don't know if that's the correct name I'd use for that. Really cool stuff, though. I will say that. They did have some cool stuff in there. Couple things that caught my eye. Very thrift store, obviously, but a couple cool things that caught my eye. But man, everything that caught my eye, the price, holy cow. Like, the prices were so high. I couldn't believe how high those prices were. But nonetheless, with the high prices, we did buy something. We bought something. I was asking if she would do any kind of discount, like 10%, anything. No, everything is firm. Okay, no sales, nothing like that. I mean, everything that, I guess there were sales, but nothing, I guess nothing, none of the cool stuff. So let me show you what I got. What I got was really cool. And we got a good, it's still a good deal nonetheless. But you always want a better deal. It was a good deal, but you always could have done a little better. So let's show you what we got here. We got Mr. Easter Bunny. There you go. Usually comes with a misses as well, obviously, but you know, no misses with this one. So this one's gonna go to Amber. I think she's gonna dig this. Her birthday is, again, we just did a antique. Her birthday is in a couple days from now. You guys will see it after her birthday. She loves blow molds, hundreds of blow molds she has. So I think this is one that's going to add to her collection, and if she doesn't want it, it's okay, because we can resell it. We spent, you know, more than I would ever spend usually at a thrift store. I spent $75 on this guy, but if I was to sell it, I should be able to get about $140 for it. So again, just about doubles our money if she doesn't want it. But if she does want it, these go up in price all the time. So I think this is a good investment. If she does want to keep it, it'll hold its value or go up. So yeah, way too cheap, a little way too expensive in my opinion. But there was a lot of people in there and a lot of people buying, and I'm buying for resale. So if you're buying just to go in there for yourself, probably a lot of great deals and great prices. Me as a reseller, it's different. So you got to keep that in mind. So when I do say stuff that's like, oh man, it's kind of pricey, do understand that I'm reselling. So if I was to go in there like this right here, that guy, I'm actually keeping. So again, I spent a lot of money on it, but I'm keeping it. And a lot of people were in there buying it. So I'm sure there's a lot of people in there that are looking for thrift stores differently than I am. So don't ever take what I'm saying as law, because it is definitely not. It's just my opinion as a reseller. So keep that in mind when you guys are looking, you know, for shops to come visit. Way Too Cheap had a lot of cool stuff in there. So I think you guys would enjoy it in Charlotte, Michigan. Way Too Cheap. Plug them, advertise them, go out and check them out. Very cool place, just for a reseller, not the best place to buy stuff to resell. Again, that's going to happen. No big deal. Nothing against Way Too Cheap. Very nice place to shop. Was greeted at the door. Nice customer service. All that great stuff. Just their prices were a little pricey compared to anywhere I've been to thrift store wise. Or even the other Way Too Cheap in Hastings. Way cheaper. That was actually way too cheap. This one is actually a little different. So, all right, guys, that's our video today. We did get some, so I'm super stoked about that. But that's our video. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. Much appreciated. And if you guys get some time and you want to come out and see me May 6th, 66 Unique Antique Festival, mark your calendars, get out there to see us. And if you want to come see me then or any other time, stop out to our shop and get your antique fix. on M66. See you guys later.